Welcome to Tech Digest for January 28th. Let's start with the biggest hardware shakeup of the year. Tesla is officially ending production of Model S and Model X. Elon Musk confirmed that they're discontinuing these legacy vehicles to repurpose the Fremont factory lines for the Optimus humanoid robot. It marks a definitive pivot for the company, moving away from luxury EVs to go all in on the robotics and autonomy. The maintenance of those vehicles will probably go quite a bit up. So what's left is really a Model 3 and Model Y. They're definitely not luxury. Um, Cybertruck is not selling so hot either, like those two other models. But this was a long time coming, just looking at the sales numbers. And speaking of big pivots, Microsoft is trending for its Linux distribution. This has been around for a while. There's a lot of commits for many years, but it's Azure Linux. So it's Microsoft's own open source OS, and it's getting major attention specifically today. It's lightweight distribution optimized specifically for their cloud infrastructure. And like the Azure Kubernetes service, um, which is also Azure's version of that, it's designed to be a secure and minimal container host, showing just how critical Linux has become to Redmond's backbone. Um, yeah, and this project has been on forever, at least 10 years, and it comes with some interesting things that it does. Amazon does the same thing, honestly, so not surprising. Um, Google is taking browser automation to the next level here. And new update introduces Gemini free auto browse.
Your favorite.
Um, so this isn't just sidebar chat. It's an agentic feature that can navigate websites to perform tasks on your behalf. It signals a shift from a simple search to active execution, where the browser handles the clicking and scrolling for you. There's competitors that, of course, are trying to do the same, Perplexity or OpenAI. So AI browsers are happening, but of course, privacy is going to be interesting, especially with Google. Okay, so for a nightmare infrastructure story, a web developer at Meta crawler reported that the Meta's crawler hammered their site with 11 million requests in just 30 days. So this isn't malicious DDoS, it's just a very aggressive bot. It's a painful reminder to audit your robots.txt and set up strict rate limiting, because sometimes the biggest threat to your uptime is misconfigured crawler from a big tech. I wonder how much money this actually cost them. Oh yeah, almost $2,000 just from Vercel. Yikes. Okay. If you use Mermaid for documentation, I do. I know I do all the time, and LLMs make it even cooler. So if you use that, you need to check out this new tool called Beautiful Mermaid. It solves the headache of exporting your charts by rendering them as clean as SVGs or even ASCII art for your terminal, like you see here. Um, so it's a great little utility for developers who want their architecture diagrams to look professional in a README or CLI output without heavy build process. Next up, it's an ultimate bus factor question. What happens to Linux if Linus steps away? So after 34 years, the kernel community has officially drafted a formal contingency plan. The document outlines a succession process, governance structure to ensure that the kernel keeps shipping without its creator. It's a historic maturity milestone for the world's most important open source project. That's interesting to read. And it's been overdue a little bit. So, for the DevOps crowd out there, this new tool called Shorlabs is making waves. It pitches itself as an open source Vercel, specifically for Python and Node backends. So the goal is to give you a seamless push to deploy experience, but on your own infrastructure. It's perfect for teams that want developer experience of PaaS without the platform lock-in. Yeah, AWS is very cool way that they can just pull from your repo. but that's login, and this is different. So interesting to see. If you love systems programming, there's a fantastic deep dive series running right now on writing.NET garbage collector in C Sharp, of course. So part 6 that just dropped, breaking down the implementation of the mark and sweep algorithm. It's a rare under the hood look at memory management, showing how you can build core runtime components using high language itself. So it's self-building. That's interesting to see also that this multi-part here. Very cool. Okay, security alert for Apple ecosystem developers. Researchers have flagged an iMessage API that can be exploited to retrieve users' real-time location. It appears to be a vulnerability in how the messaging framework handles location data requests. If your application interacts with these APIs, you need to be aware of privacy implications and potential abuse vectors. Yikes. Okay. Um, Finally, we're closing with a piece of fascinating spy tech called the Hummingbird Clock. So it's a forensic tool that uses electrical grid to date stamp the recordings. Because the grid's 50 Hz frequency fluctuates slightly every second, it creates a unique fingerprint in the background hum of any audio recording. So it allows investigators to verify the exact second the recording was made just by listening to the wall socket. That's amazing. Very cool. Yeah, there's so many environmental factors that can be used. See you tomorrow.